Hey YouTube family, it's Sarah and it's Tough Love Tuesday. Well, actually for me it's Monday when I'm filming, but for you it's Tuesday when you're watching. Or it's Tuesday when it's getting uploaded anyway, whatever. So it's been a minute since I've done a Tough Love Tuesday, just because I've had other stuff to talk about and I've been away. So I guess it's been, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weeks, but I saw a video the last couple of days that really made me think, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it and kind of just share my viewpoint and then talk about, I guess the point of Tough Love Tuesday for me is not necessarily to give advice, it's just to make people think and to prompt some self-evaluation and reflection and make you guys think about why. Because usually my Tough Love Tuesdays are always about why. Why are you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Why do you want this or don't you want that? Because I think that's a really important part of the journey is just, taking time to reflect every day on what you're doing, why you're doing it, where you want to go, all of that stuff. So the video that I saw was by a YouTuber by the name of Samantha Marie Wong. And I've linked the video in the description below, and I've tried to link it at the point in the video where she talks about the issue that I wanted to address. But I do encourage you to go back and watch her whole video. I've been watching her since right before she had surgery, and she is a few weeks out from surgery now. And there were a couple of things that she talked about in her video that kind of made me think, and I wanted to, I guess, kind of share my viewpoint, because I feel like I am one of those people who could come off as the kind of person that irritates her. So she said, she was talking about people who say things like, I don't want to be skinny, I want to be healthy, and that is basically a crock, that those people are lying, that everyone wants to be skinny, that everyone is not obsessed, but everyone is concerned about their appearance, and that people who say they just want to be healthy are lying. And I can understand why it would appear that way. And I know there are probably people on YouTube who are lying when they say that they just wanted to be healthy. I think, yes, we obviously all are concerned to some degree with our appearance. But I think sometimes, when we make broad statements, they're based on our own experience and our own feelings. And I'm not saying she's, obviously entitled to her opinion, and it's not like attacking Sam or anything like that. I think she's great, and it's not about saying that she's wrong in what she said. I just wanted to kind of bring a different viewpoint to the table about it. She said she thinks that people like that are fake, that are saying, I just want to be healthy, I don't want to be skinny, and I guess I'm one of those scandalous people, because I don't want to be skinny, but I do care about my appearance. I don't think I've ever said that I don't care about how I look. I do. I just don't want to be skinny. And I am more concerned with my health. And I think, everyone's opinions and viewpoints are based on their own experience. And it can be really hard to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand what drives them to feel the way that they feel. I've talked before about how I think there is a difference in this community between those of us who started out super morbidly obese and people who maybe have less weight to lose. And sometimes it's issues like this where I see the difference intently, because I think about myself at 460 pounds, even without comorbidities technically, but I realize that, there's no 400-pound 80-year-olds out there. Not that I've ever seen. So I was facing an early death. Maybe I wasn't going to die in a year or 5 years, but I'm 35. I have 2 children. I have a husband I love. I have friends that I love. I have parents. I want to be here for them. And that had to be the driving force and the reason why I had surgery. It couldn't just be about how I looked. I don't think there's anything wrong with having surgery and wanting to look better. And even if that's the main reason for your surgery, I do think there are probably people who don't want to say that because they feel like they're going to sound vain or shallow. I think appearance is very important, especially if your self-worth is really tied to your appearance. I could go on a huge rant about how that is that's a problem, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say, if that's the way it is, you need to deal with that. And if being smaller, being skinny is important to you and is going to improve your self-worth and let you move forward in life and get all the things that you want to get, then that's awesome. I'm not here to judge why people had surgery, right? But I did want to explain that, from my point of view, when I say that I had surgery because I wanted to get healthy, that's pretty much it. I didn't have surgery to be skinny. In fact, I don't even want to be skinny. Scandalous. I know. Why don't I want to be skinny? I'll tell you guys straight up. I personally, and I don't want anyone to be offended by this, I don't find it attractive. When I say I don't find it attractive, I mean personally to me only. I do not find very thin women or men attractive to me. Okay, I'm not saying that they're not attractive. Just like I respect someone's opinion when they say they're not attracted to a bigger girl or a bigger guy, I'm saying respect the fact that I just don't find really skinny people attractive. That's all. I'm not saying that to be offensive to anyone. I'm just being honest about why I don't want to be skinny. So clearly if I don't find something attractive, I don't want to be it. Just like if you don't find, curvy girls attractive, you're not going to want to be curvy. I don't find really thin women to be attractive to me. That's not my beauty ideal. So I don't want to be skinny. I also can't really be skinny. And I know there's people who think that I'm just like holding myself back from the thin me inside, but I'm not. I'm just not built to be a skinny girl. I've accepted that from, the time I started to understand my self-image and all of that. So it's not a big deal to me. I actually have, and I want to share this because I think it's important to share in this community, beautiful images of people who aren't what people would think would be goal for weight loss surgery patients. I have a Pinterest account and I have a pin board called Curvy Girls Inspiration, and it's full of beautiful curvy girls, probably size like 12 to 18 women who are gorgeous, who are rocking their curves. And I put that pin board together because that is actually the beauty ideal that I aspire to. I aspire to look like that. I don't aspire to look like a Victoria's Secret model. Okay, that's just me. I think there's not a danger in wanting to be skinny necessarily, but there is a danger when you want to be skinny because you think that that's how you either have to be, because that's what society says is beautiful, and because you feel like, to get that guy or to get that job or to be happy in your life, you have to look a certain way, no matter how that is. The sad reality about weight loss surgery is that it doesn't change much. It doesn't change your life. You change your life, okay? How you look doesn't even change your life. How you act changes your life. Believing in yourself changes your life. So when people say that people who've had weight loss surgery change, they do change. But those changes are because they start believing in themselves, okay? I do believe that your appearance is important to you, but a lot of times it's not as important to other people as you might think it is. I know Lisa Bean was talking about Samantha's video as well, in her video, and talking about how people treat you differently when you're skinny and all of that. And I do believe that that's true, but I also believe that we teach people how to treat us by the way that we respond and the way that we act. And if you don't feel good about yourself and you have low self-esteem and self-worth, you allow people to disrespect you and abuse you because you don't feel like you're worth it. And I feel like when you lose weight and you start to feel good about yourself, you start to project that and people start to understand, okay, I need to give this person some respect. I need to, understand that they have power. I don't always think it has to actually do with your appearance. I think it has to do with the way you act because of those physical changes, right? And it's really important because what it means is you've always had the power. You were just holding yourself back. I think sometimes we make excuses. I know that I did that. We make excuses for why we didn't get a job or for why a certain person doesn't like us or whatever, because we go, oh, it's because I'm fat. Because it's so easy to blame the way you look. It's so easy to say, I didn't get that job because they were discriminating against me because I'm fat. It's harder to actually look at the full picture and go, hey, maybe that wasn't the only reason. Maybe it was also this, this, and this. but it's easy to fall into this didn't happen in my life because of the way I look. So sometimes the reason I think wanting to be skinny, and I have no problem with that word. I know Sam was like, if you don't like that word, too bad. I'm like, no, I don't have a problem with the word skinny or with people being skinny. But you have to look at, is skinny realistic for you or is it not? Why is being skinny important to you versus being healthy? Because skinny has a particular connotation. Skinny is like thin, not like normal, right? So if you don't get skinny, what's going to happen? Because those are important things that you have to look at on this journey. The reality is that there are a lot of people who will never get to goal. There are people who will get to goal but then regain. You might get down to a size 6, but that doesn't mean you're going to be a size 6 for the next 50 years. Okay, it's very, very unlikely that's going to happen, just being real. So what's going to happen then if you aren't skinny anymore or you never get skinny? The reality is that everything doesn't magically get better because you got skinny. It doesn't. I wish that were true. But I'm sure you can find lots of veterans on YouTube that will tell you having weight loss surgery doesn't magically make everything in your life better. Being skinny doesn't magically make everything better. You have to make things better. You have to go out there, put yourself out there, make things happen. Getting skinny is something that you make happen. And then you need to go out and make other things happen. You can't just wait for, losing weight to change your life. I know we all talk about weight loss surgery having changed our lives and losing weight having changed our lives, but really I don't think it's the weight that changes. It's what's inside. It's the mental journey that changes you more so than just the physical changes that happen, right? I don't, like I said, have a problem with people aspiring to be skinny. That's cool. If that's what you want to do, more power to you. I do think that sometimes that can be a dangerous thing to aspire to if you don't understand that that's not necessarily going to change everything for you. As long as you understand that it may not be a realistic goal, but you want to aim high, that's cool. As long as you understand that being skinny doesn't automatically mean that you're going to be the skinny you want to be, right? You will probably have loose skin. You will definitely have parts of your body that you hate. Your body might be misshapen. We don't necessarily lose weight where we want to lose weight. You're not going to look like a supermodel, I guarantee. I've seen a million befores and afters, and I've never seen someone who looks like a supermodel after weight loss surgery. Sometimes even after plastic surgery, right? And not everyone is going to get plastics, can afford plastics. Plastics can only do so much for you. So I do sometimes worry when I see people in general talk about how important it is for them to look a certain way or be a certain size or even a certain weight. And I've done it too, right? I talk about goal weights and all that because I think that's ignoring the real goal of losing weight, which is just improving your life through health and self-image and all of those things. I get sad when I see people who have come so far on their journey, but they are depressed or upset or beating themselves up because they just didn't get to goal. I've seen people lose, 100 pounds, but be upset because they couldn't get down 5 more pounds. Like, you've lost 100 pounds. You have changed your life. You have made yourself healthier. Who cares about 5 pounds, people? Who cares if you're a size 6 or a 4? Or a 2, or a 12. You are the only person who cares, and you have to look at yourself and look at why you care so much about those things. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that it's important to know why you've got goals, and I talked about that in another Tough Love Tuesday. Why are your goals what they are? And is it a positive or a negative thing? Sometimes it may mean altering your final goal to just being happy with yourself. And that may not mean that you're skinny. I know it won't mean that for me. And that's okay. It's okay to look whatever way you want. You don't have to buy into the idea that you have to be skinny to be okay. You are beautiful. You have self-worth. You are important to this world without being a size 6. And sometimes I think we forget that in this community because we're all focused on losing weight. So yeah, I'll be back again later with another Tuesday video. Love you guys. Bye.